Hello y'all, in this video I'm going to show you all of the leaders for the United Kingdom in the video game Hearts of Iron 4. I will tell you how to get them, their ideology, and a little bit of their historical background. Let's begin with communist leader Harry Pollitt, who can come to power with the mission Trade Unions Demand Referendum. Pollitt in real life was the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Great Britain twice, first from 1929 to 1939, and then the second time from 1941 to 1956. Next we have Rajap Palm Dutt, the second communist person that can be in charge of the United Kingdom, and you may get him by completing the focus British Communist Alternative. In our timeline, Dutt was the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Great Britain from October 1939 to June 1941. At number 3, we have Stanley Baldwin, who stands for the ideology of democracy and leads the UK in 1936 when you start the game. Historically, Baldwin was an important member of the Conservative Party and was Prime Minister from 1923 to 1924, then 1924 to 1929, and finally 1935 to 1937. Now we have Oswald Mosley, and he is representing fascism. He can become in charge of the country via the decision March on Downing Street. Mosley in real life was a member of several parties and even got into parliament, but at some point he grew disillusioned with mainstream politics and became the leader of the British Union of Fascists. This arrangement would last until 1940, which is when Mosley was imprisoned and the BUF was banned. Moving on, we have the perhaps notorious Democratic leader Neville Chamberlain. The way he gets into office is when there is an event about Stanley Baldwin resigning. Chamberlain historically was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1937 to 1940. He is known for his foreign policy of appeasement, which in hindsight may not have been the best idea. This diplomatic debacle has left Chamberlain in the modern age a controversial legacy. Here we have another Democratic leader in the form of Lord Edward Halifax, also known as Edward Wood. As far as I know, he can only lead the British if Chamberlain dies of an illness. Wood in real life was a Conservative Party politician and a potential successor to Neville Chamberlain when he resigned in 1940, but he declined this offer on the basis that he believed Winston Churchill would be a better war leader. The parade of potential democracy leaders don't stop as we now meet the fallen government. You will get the fallen government as a result of the Edward VIII abdication crisis event chain. It's meant to represent a government in chaos, I guess. Although there's nothing quite like having an empty parliament chamber control your nation. We have reached a final democratic man that can be in charge of the UK, and it's Winston Churchill. He can come to power when either you get the Chamberlain resigns event, or if you do the focus, motion of no confidence. Churchill historically is known for a lot of things, but for the sake of this video, let's just say he was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 1945, and from 1951 to 1955. With the "we'll fight them on the beaches" guy handled, the rest of the leaders we have to cover are ideologically non-aligned and are all monarchs, so do keep that in mind. With that said, this is Edward VIII. Best way to get him as a leader is to do the focus, the King's Party. The real Edward VIII was the King of the United Kingdom only in 1936, and this is because he abdicated to marry a divorcee. George VI is who we have now, and he may become leader of the country if Edward VIII dies, and if Edward chose to have a morganatic marriage with Wallis Simpson. George VI in our timeline was the younger brother of Edward, who we talked about earlier, and the King of the UK from late 1936 to early 1952. We have arrived to the final British leader in HOI4, and that is Elizabeth II, the daughter of George VI. She will take his place if he dies. The real-life Elizabeth II has been, as of recording, Queen of the United Kingdom from 1952 and onward, and for the sake of trivia, is one of the few leaders in HOI4 that are still alive in the present day. This has been a list for all of the British leaders in Hearts of Iron 4. Which one would you pick to lead the country? Tell me in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.